So what would you say to the stereotype that women can't do mechanical engineering or women aren't the same?
We definitely can.
That's 100% wrong. We might even be better at it. It's a stereotype that has to just fall away because we are seeing more and more of it. Engineering classes in colleges are way more women focused now than they were. As we started, we only had 40 women our first year. We had a little over 60 last year, and we have over 100 this year. So the industry is changing.
Today, our guest host is James J. Meyer, HVAC On Air contributor, a commercial system sales and design professional at Jacco Associates by Ambient Collective, talks with the three guests at the AHR Expo in Vegas 2026 that are all part of the Ambient Women in Construction, which is an affinity group within the Ambient Enterprises Collective that focuses on the advancement of women in the HVAC and construction spaces. Danielle Gill, sales engineer at Gil-Bar Industries, Kristin Cembura, commercial account manager at ToroAire, and Lindsey Kelley, sales engineer at DMG Corporation.
We're here today to promote women in construction and get more ladies involved in our industry. There's a lot of men that are great allies for women and help us out with our careers and help us to advance as well.
So if there's one thing you want someone watching this, a woman who's watching this, to take away from this conversation, what would it be? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Jay Meyer, and I'm here with HVAC On Air, and I'm here with the Women in Construction Committee, Kristen, Lindsay, and Danielle. Ladies, why don't you introduce yourselves, and one of you give us a little bit of a reason why we're here today.
Well, my name is Kristin Cembura, and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm with ToroAire, and we are here today to, reach out to our vendors, hang out with customers, just networking, have a good time.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Kelley with DMG San Diego, and we're here today to promote women in construction and get more ladies involved in our industry.
Danielle Gill, Gil-Bar Industries out of New York City. And yeah, we are, in a month, we have our third annual Ambient Women in Construction event, which has gotten much, much larger in the last 3 years. So we are expecting over 100 women this year, and very, very excited because when you look around, that is not the face of HVAC, and we are hoping to change that with our event.
So being a woman in construction, what are some of the needs that you have that would be addressed at the conference?
So I think a big thing is getting past, and we have a speaker speaking on like imposter syndrome and realizing that, we have a seat at the table because sometimes we are dismissed or honestly often thought of as the secretary. I was confused as someone's wife at an event this week. The guy goes, like, "Oh, so you brought your wife?" He goes, "Nope, she works here." So I think it's us, if we can get women to feel that they deserve to be here and show that kind of confidence and come over it, it would help me. So I feel like it would be an asset to everyone.
And the industry is predominantly male. I mean, it's no joke. You look around, you said it. What do you think, what are the benefits that a woman brings to the table in HVAC?
I would say being calm, cool, and collected, and having a different perspective on projects. And,
A lot of them I work with are much more organized than the men too. Also,
Very true.
definitely better at planning.
Yes.
So I feel like that's a big asset, especially for customer events. I now just have the guys who want to just jump on our stuff because our stuff is so good.
I have coworkers here as well, and they didn't really plan everything that they were doing. But I have a nice step-by-step schedule and who's coming here and who's going there. And you have to be organized. You really do. There's so many neat moving pieces and everything.
And I do think women excel at that in our industry. Yeah.
And so what would you say to the stereotype that, that women can't do mechanical engineering or women aren't the same?
we definitely can.
That's 100% wrong. We might even be better at it. I don't know. Yeah. But no, I think it's a stereotype that has to just fall away because we are seeing more and more of it. Engineering classes in colleges are way more women focused now than they were when even I went to school. And I said, as we started, we only had 40 women our first year. We had a little over 60 last year, and we have over 100 this year. So the industry is changing. It's naturally happening. So women are excelling and achieving as much as the men.
Do you feel that with giving women exposure to this, like let's say at the collegiate level, would just invite them to pursue that as a career versus blocking them out?
I think also just like, yeah, having things exposed, showing them that like this is not just a male field. Like you can do well, you can have fun, you can enjoy your job. And I think that that's also, you know, why I like what I do, is I truly do enjoy it. So it doesn't really feel like we're like everybody says that, but if you get exposed to it and you learn about things.
Even the exposure from our event last year, we have so many more people interested. We want to be involved. We want we have manufacturers who sponsored our event this year just to exposure because they realize how important it is. I said women flying all over the country, and the managers are submitting that. So it's not even just women wanting to go, but women being nominated to go because every woman at our event was nominated by their manager. So it's exposing them and making them feel welcome in the Ambient family.
And there's all different roles of women that are going to be at our event, from manufacturers, engineers, contractors, general contractors, and sales reps. So there's a lot of different places that, women are in our industry, and we're showing that you can definitely be in our industry, be a woman, be yourself, and that's awesome.
So tell me, how did you get into the industry? How did you arrive in HVAC?
I had studied mechanical engineering at San Diego State and then worked at Nordstrom forever. So I had a sales background. Honestly, didn't think I was going to go into the HVAC industry, but I had a classmate who was working at my company and told me all about it and brought me in for an interview, and the rest is history 10 years later.
I was bartending.
Really?
I was bartending, and one of my regulars, Jim Alter, he works at Bay City Mechanical, would come in and talk to me. And he said, Kristen, I can get you health insurance if you come on over here. And I'm like, health insurance? Hell yes, right? So I went over there and I started as a coordinator. And then I switched to another vendor, manufacturer rep. And then now I'm at DMG. I absolutely love it. I didn't think that this was I had no idea about this industry or anything about this. And I learned on the job. I learned from really great people. I've had wonderful bosses. I've always been very supportive of everything. And yeah.
Slightly different. I grew up in HVAC. My dad did it, cousins, uncles. I went to school for biomedical engineering, and I thought I wanted to be on the contractor side, and I ended up staying on the rep side. And I'm officially full-time with Gil-Bar a little over 16 years, but I have HVAC in my blood. It's all I know. So
Hearing all that, what advice would you give to a woman in college who's looking at construction in mechanical engineering? Maybe she's thinking, well, I want to go design cars. What advice would you give them if they're fresh in their career journey?
Do it. Do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't, because you can.
And there's so many different roles that you could take on.
I think also you're going to have a thick skin. It's something I say to a lot of the women. I was like, look, you got to come with a thick skin. It's not necessarily the easiest industry, but once you're in, it's great. It's, like I said, just do it. You can do it. But just kind of know that you're okay. And honestly, ask all of the questions. No one comes out of college and understands what we do. You're going to learn a lot of this on the job. It is teach by fire, kind of. What that saying is, you're thrown in. And when you don't know, you ask. And I have found, for the most part, people are willing to teach you if you are willing to learn. So do not be embarrassed to say you don't know.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit more about the conference itself.
Okay, so our conference it starts Wednesday night. We have a welcome happy hour, and APA is actually our hosting company this year. So they will have a couple of their guys in their office and customers. We're going to be at the Boston Aquarium. And that's Wednesday night. Then
Wait, I think it's called the New England.
the New England Aquarium. I keep calling it the wrong thing. New England Aquarium. And then the next day
we have seminars and a panelist group with all different roles in the industry as well. So you get different people's perspectives. And then we're going to have dinner all together. And then afterwards, we're going to go a night out on a boat.
we're gonna sail around Boston Harbor.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
And each year it's in a different location. So we usually try and pick East Coast, West Coast to get the people opportunities to kind of check out different ambient locations.
Sounds like a great event. So if you're watching this and you have an interest, who do they contact?
Well, officially it's WIC at ambient-enterprises.com is the Ambient WIC email. But from our perspective, it's getting involved with your manager because, like I said, everyone in our event is nominated. So a manager nominates women that they feel are qualified, as leading ladies in our industry.
Or if you're a contractor or engineer, general contractor, reach out to your ambient salesperson and ask about how to become invited to this Ambient WIC.
We'll post all that information in the description of the video so we don't have to say it out loud. So if there's one thing you want someone watching this, a woman who's watching this, to take away from this conversation, what would it be?
I feel like that they're welcomed, that they have a place in HVAC and a community, a support system. It exists. You just have to, get involved in your WIC chapters, get involved in your professional women construction chapters, reach out to the women you work with. But this exists. Yeah, we met and we all hit it off and we were at different companies and now we're inseparable. So,
and there's a lot of women that could be allies for you, men as well.
Yes.
There's a lot of men that are great allies for women and help us out with our careers and help us to advance as well.
But just, I guess, it's a lot of like the camaraderie, I guess, going off of what they say, is having somebody who knows what you're going through, has your back, will listen to what's going on, whatever issues you have, and just supports you. Unconditioned. It's nice to have.
yeah, if the women could leave our conference and feel that, I feel like we've won.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And so the women that we nominate for this, do they have to pay for travel to Boston?
So the way our event works is Ambient picks up your room, your meals, all the events. Your individual Ambient company would pay to get you to the event. So for me, I said Gil-Bar gets me to Boston, but Ambient pays for everything there.
And this year, we actually have a bunch of manufacturer sponsors.
Do you know who those are? Want to thank them now?
Yes.
I'd love to win.
Ambient and APA obviously are huge sponsors and hosting the event. But then we have Aon, Above Air, Dynamic Air, JCI, and Samsung.
Also, Dunham Bush, Flow Environmental, LG,
And AJ's Manufacturing, Naylor,
and CCG, who's also hosting right now this interview.
Specified Controls, and VAW. There we go.
So thank you all because you made this event possible.
And if you're coming to Boston, you'll see these ladies there. And if not, you'll see them here at the conference, right?
Yep.
All right. Have a good rest of the trip.
Thank you.